Welcome back. There's a funny festival coming up later this week, and it's just a short drive away from Buffalo. Joining me now from our sponsors at the National Comedy Center is Kate Welschover. Thanks so much for coming in, Kate.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
Of course. Let's talk about the National Comedy Center for viewers that may not have been out there and what this experience is like.
Well, it's funny, even being here today, the number of people who have said, I've been meaning to get there, but I haven't gotten there yet, or people say, I've been there and I can't wait to get back. And this is a great time to do it as well. The National Comedy Center is one of the most interactive and immersive museums in the entire world. It's world class. It's right in our backyard, as you mentioned, just a quick trip away. But one of the things about it that's so incredible is that it's personalized to every person who comes in. So when you come in, you set up your sense of humor profile. I think you've done that a couple of times when you've been down. But what that does is that it lets the museum know what your sense of humor is. And when you go into these interactive exhibits and you tap in, it says, okay, I know what your sense of humor is. I know that this exhibit can now light up in a way that's going to really entertain you. And it's the same thing if you're in an exhibit with a bunch of people. It can read the room and say, all right, now we know
who's in the room and what's going to make them laugh.
Right, how it's going to please a crowd.
I love it. Alrighty, let's talk about what's new at the Comedy Center this summer.
Well, one of the things that's new that is really incredible is a piece of comedy legend, a piece of comedy lore, and that's Joan Rivers' Joke File.
That is so cool that you have that.
Yeah, she kept meticulously track of every joke. So it kind of looks like an old school card catalog, but it is 65,000 jokes.
Wow.
Yes, over her entire career. It is alphabetized. Each individual card is typed out, so you have everything from age to jury duty, to weather, anything you name, plastic surgery, you name it. She organized all of these things, so you can see that, and that card catalog is going to be at the centerpiece of a new Joan Rivers exhibit, which we'll be cutting the ribbon on with our festival.
Okay, the festival is coming up, and I misspoke. It's actually coming up soon. Tell us about it and when it's happening.
Yep, it's August 7th through the 10th. And it really is a great time to come and visit because there's all kinds of things going on. So many things going on that I won't be able to highlight it all. I know we usually save it till the end, but go to comedycenter.org. That gives you a day-by-day breakdown of what's happening. So, for example, one of the things that we have going on is special tours inside the museum, which is a great opportunity to not only see what you would normally see, but things that you typically wouldn't. Special archives exhibits, we have special talks going on, special tours, even tours for just for kids.
Love that. Okay, let's talk about some of the performers on the lineup for the festival.
Well, one of the things that I want to mention right away, because we've just added it, is a show called Stand Up Live. It's happening on Friday. It's a slate of 5 comedians. And this is, when we talk about the comedians that we have, it's the top tier talent.
Yeah.
These are rising stars. These are people that you wouldn't see unless you were in a club in New York or LA. So we have that. That's brand new. Tickets are available for that. They go fast because people really love these shows. We have another comedy showcase that is also a concert. So it's Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers band with a rock and blues show along with comedy.
That's going to be awesome. And
a sold-out show with our headliner, Jon Stewart, as well. So a lot of people I know are looking forward to that.
Yeah, and amazing that we're getting him in Jamestown.
Yes, and we also have a chat with Saturday Night Live head writer Streeter Seidel.
Wow.
And that, of course, goes along with the 50th anniversary of Saturday Night Live. So it's that behind-the-scenes, insider deep dive into being part of that show. And for him, being part of writing viral sketches and, other sketches that you never saw the light of day. So you get the full experience of that story and even what it's like to be in that environment where you're coming up with something every week.
Every single week already. And you do have the kids' workshops as well, because we know sometimes comedy can be geared towards adults, but this is kids-friendly too.
Yeah, it's going through the different exhibits as well in a way that kind of goes from a kid's point of view, which is fantastic. But even something like improv, which is one of those things it's that yes and it's fun to teach kids how to roll with it and how that works and just sort of the ins and outs, the basics of comedy. Coming back this year is another class that we had last year as well called, it's a look at scatological comedy, which is fun to say, but it's basically...
I'm sure I won't try that.
It's basically fart jokes.
And those hit every single time. Who doesn't love them?
Right. You don't have to be smart to laugh at a fart joke, but you have to be stupid not to. So it's a good time and fun. And people loved it last year. It was really fun. And all of those things are included when you in your admission
Nice.
at the museum.
Alrighty, Kate, thank you so much for coming in, giving us something to laugh about. Viewers, if you've been thinking about going to the National Comedy Center and you haven't yet, this is your sign. And this comedy festival is happening August 7th to the 10th. You can get your tickets and learn more about it by visiting our sponsors at comedycenter.org. Thanks again for coming in, Kate.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.